Alrighty, should be back up if you guys want to rejoin. I don't know why we crashed there, but we're back there. So, what would you guys like to do now that you have this map and you have the Nimblewright? Or the remains of the Nimblewright?
Well, the remains of Nimblewright, I typed in the thing. I actually plan on trying to disassemble it to get the gears and take notes on how it's built and everything else from my knowledge, but writing in the notebook, drawing schematics of it. And I'm collecting parts, gears and gadgets and things like that.
Okay, so you're grabbing all the parts you can find.
And can you, I just sent you the text, can you increase my intelligence by 1 point?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still not in.
Again, just double check and make sure that everything got added properly during.
Oh, no. Still says I'm cleric level 3, so.
Okay. Yeah, I need to level up again, apparently.
Yeah, me too.
That's.
Oh, yeah, it didn't take mine either.
Luckily, mine was pretty easy. I just did the ability scope movement, so.
Yeah, probably what it did, we still had it like loaded in our cache, and we leveled up in ours, but since
Yeah,
you were off, it didn't update it.
Yeah, probably. It still had a connection to the server, so that worked just fine. But when I closed it down, it didn't save any changes that had been made up to that point.
Oh well. It's easy enough to fix it.
Anyway. I did get your feet added already, Blar, so don't worry about that when you level up. Anybody else need anything modified?
No, you already did my intelligence, so I do
Yeah.
do that. So.
Yep.
So just level up.
Yep. Just hit level up one more time. Alright, so how are we going?
I'm ready. It's all done.
Good? Okay. So, Taryn, you've got some of the parts and stuff like that. What's the rest of you guys doing at this point? Where do you guys want to go next?
Well, we can head back to the Temple of Gond, and then we can check out the map. Was there anything that I spaced out over the thing that we don't have notes that about this?
You also need to report back about the dragon. Too.
Yep, we got to report back about the dragon, report to Gond about completing the Nimblewright, and then we can go check on that map we just found.
Okay. Where are you going
I
first?
Let's go check on. Let's go report to. Well, I don't know which one's closest, so let's go report. Actually, let's go report to do the Force Gray quest. Report to.
Go report to the Blackstaff.
Yeah, go report to Blackstaff. Then we'll go to Gond. Report about that we've taken care of the Nimblewright, and then go check the map out.
All right.
And at Gond, we can ask if they've heard of anything. He had this map on him, and see if there's anything that the Temple of Gond knows about it.
Okay. So you get back to Vajra. She thanks you guys and lets you know that she does have another request for you if you have some time.
Well, we'll definitely hear it out. So,
one of my former associates with Force Gray has been acting somewhat strange lately. His name is Maloon Wardragon. He's usually a rather happy-go-lucky guy, but lately his mood has soured, and he's been known to hang around the yawning portal more than usual. I'd like you to go keep an eye on him for the next 10 days or so and report back to me what you find.
is he usually there in the evenings?
Mornings, evenings, he's spending a lot more time there than usual these last few days.
Sure, we'll check into it for you. See if there's anything out of the ordinary.
I would appreciate it.
And then I guess say our farewells, then head to Gond, the Temple of Gond.
Okay. So you get over there, and the priestess that you met earlier is still there, greets you, asks how your quest is going.
I'll let them know that, well, we solved the thing, and we can hand her back her Nimblewright detector. And say, well, we was able to, unfortunately, he attacked us, and he was very, very vicious. We had to do that, so we basically broke him, and I've kept some of the parts and gears and gadgets for other devices and tinkers and stuff to do that. So, but we defeated the rogue Nimblewright that was created by your Nimblewright.
We appreciate that.
And none more for the wiser. We didn't let get anybody else involved, and so.
Yep. So she.
And of course, I'll show them the little bag of parts I got and stuff, and say, "This is what's left of him." All right, and then of course.
She goes ahead and has somebody bring you guys the money and says, in addition, the leadership has decided that we have a few miscellaneous items that we do not need, and you would be welcome to pick one if you wish. And they bring out 4 rather interesting looking devices. One of them is looks like a rather interesting pair of footwear that is about a foot long for each foot, and it looks like it's designed to extend so that you can basically increase your height by up to 5 feet. They are adjustable stilts.
All right.
Another item they have is a backpack that has a parachute stored in it that you can. That you can deploy. They do warn you that the parachute does need at least a 10-foot cube of unoccupied space, and it would need the distance you would fall in 60 feet, or the time that it would take you to fall 60 feet in order to fully deploy. If it does deploy, though, you can fall any distance you wish without taking any damage. The third item is a rather interesting looking metal cube. It's about 6 inches square. It has a crank on the top and a switch on the side. They call it a bark box.
Okay.
The final item is what they call a matchless pipe. Built into the bowl of the smoking pipe is a small flint switch, so if you flick it a few times, you can ignite whatever you're smoking without the need for a match.
Actually, with the barking thing, is it like big dog barking noises if you wind it up and flip the switch?
So they explain that if you crank it up using an action, it activates the box for 8 hours. Whenever it detects vibrations from within 15 feet, as long as it's on the same surface as what's causing it, it can emit either a small or large dog's bark based on where the switch is flipped to.
So, what do you guys think? I think either the box or which would be again handy as a guard thing, or the smokeless pipe's cool too, or the.
It's you. You're the gadget guy.
Well, one would just be for almost roleplay. I don't know how we'd use it. I could put some incense in it or something for the smokeless pipe to light it automatically, or to start a fire when you don't have anything. Of course, I always got a cantrip to do that too in this world. But I guess sort of like having a guard dog alert spell. If we keep the box, anyone can use it. We can just set it up if we need to put it on watch and stuff.
That's a good point. Yeah, all right. Sounds good.
You want to do the barking box?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
They
And I'll
hand
just
you-
put it in the pack on my Iron Defender just for that. Then anyone can use it. That's what I'm saying. It's right here, so if we need it, anyone can grab it. But that's where it's gonna be there in a little put a little satchel on.
So they hand you the
Steely
barking
Dan.
box.
Well, thank you.
We appreciate your discretion and your assistance.
Sweet.
And we did find a map on the Nimblewright for whatever reason when we had that. You know anything about this area and this person named? Oh, I don't have it on the sheet after we reloaded it.
Linda Griswold or something.
She calls Nim down and shows her the map. And Nim shakes her head that she does not know what it is.
I greet Nim and everything else and say, well, we've taken care of everything. But yeah, Grinda Garlock, you don't know anything? Okay, well, that's where we're going to find out what was involved. Maybe that's...
Alrighty.
But we appreciate it. And I'll be seeing you around as I make devices and stuff and we share the knowledge.
Very well.
Cool. I like that. They just got the little pin now up top, so you can just click on it, put it on. Don't know if it always did that. All right. And then I guess we ready to head down and check out the map now?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Sure.
Did we?
I didn't know if anyone needed to go get a rest or anything. What's that?
I'm still pretty hurt. Is this the? Well, no, I guess I'm not that hurt. Those are wounds, right? I've taken 8 wounds.
Yeah.
We can at least do a short rest or something, right? Between then.
Yep. You guys can do a short rest while you're kind of taking advantage of the various hospitalities.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and use my hit dice then, if that's okay.
Okay. Should I not?
And then I'm going to give a little mid-afternoon speech here.
All right.
Inspiring word to everybody.
I'm guessing, Torrin, you're just gonna heal Steely Dan all the way back up with mending.
Yes.
Since you got some time.
Yeah, and it actually says I can do that while doing a short rest and stuff too. That's
Yep.
Hey, we're going to talk about the importance of a good night's sleep.
Well, taking a very short rest.
Yeah,
I'll take a very short rest. That's his lecture.
Speech. Yeah, it's my lecture. They're inspired.
Yep. Let's see. Do you have any other outstanding stuff?
The only quest that I still had on my thing to do was we did those because we turned in the others because the rogue or whatever got alerted, went to ground, so we'll have to keep our eyes open on that. And then we couldn't find the necromancer, but we did what we could with that right now. And we met the monk, and so I think we've done everything that all the factions have asked us to do so far.
All right.
So only open thing that I know right now that we have is the map with the X on it that says Grinda Garlock. I think that's the only open lead that we currently have, other than possibly searching the sewers or going in to get permission to go search the mansion where everyone was slaughtered to see if we find anything else.
All right. So, as you guys are finishing up your rest and heading back through town, you are approached by several messengers. One of them is from the Emerald Enclave, who wants to let you know that there are doppelgangers threatening the balances of power in Waterdeep, and rumor has it that a group of them is hiding in the Yawning Portal. Root them out and rid the city of them if you can. The Lord's Alliance has heard word of the Zentarum courting a red wizard of Fae, Elsun Bezant, trying to add his gang of thugs to their ranks. All we know about him is that he fled his homeland a few years back. He's too smart to get caught doing anything illegal. He and his gang of bullies prowl the dock ward. We need you to scuttle that deal, and fast. Share these two guys. Other one that you got. The Order of the Gauntlet has heard word of guards being robbed at the end of the night at the Innshift Tavern. The innkeeper says he's seen giant rats prowling around the back alleys. It sounds like dull work, but it is a plea for help that we cannot ignore.
All right, now we're tying in some things together.
And finally, the Harpers has let you know that one of their members, a Matrim Mereg, has allied himself with a gang of doppelgangers, believing the Harpers should recruit them. We need you to provide us an unbiased opinion, track them down, and speak with each of the doppelgangers to gauge their trustworthiness.
All right. We got one that says we want to find out about the doppelgangers. We got another people saying that we need to destroy the doppelgangers.
Or
And
at least
I'm
get
having
them out of the city.
What's that? Or get
Or
them
at
out of the
least
city?
get them out of the city, yes.
Yeah, and then I don't know, but after we're not in the community of everybody else. The other person that told us that the person's acting strangely and hang out at the yawning portal, maybe he's acting different because he's a doppelganger. I don't know. That's just popped into my head because it changes, yawning portal, all those things coming together. It's like maybe we'll have to check it out.
Yep. So that's your other things that the factions have requested that you do.
All right, so let's go check this map out while it's still fresh because maybe it's going to return. So I didn't want to spend more than like the half a day we're doing it. That's why I only took the short rest because who knows, once the Nimblewright doesn't show back up, that something else could happen. So let's go check out the Grinda Garlock map. And then I think order of priority will be about the Zents, about the Red Wizard of Thay, possibly first, because they said that was a high priority.
Alrighty.
And then I think we've already encountered the Were-Rats. We're not in good terms with them. Well, actually, I think we killed everybody who was there, but I know we had the Were-Rats that we encountered in the sewers.
Wasn't it just one, or was it multiple?
It was two of them, wasn't it?
Oh.
There's only one.
Oh, only one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he mentioned something about.
Oh, he did
how-
threaten us with his friend.
Yeah, he did threaten us with his other friends and his clan or whatever it was. So
Yep.
I'm assuming it's a were-rat cranks. They usually, in my opinion, they probably run together in packs like real rats do.
Yep. So you head back down to the dock ward. As you get there, a heavy rain has begun falling, which means any perception checks based on hearing or sight is at disadvantage. You also have the problem of any open flames are pretty much instantly extinguished.
Okay. Is it how dark out is it?
It's mid-afternoon, but because of the rain, it's a little bit more
Okay.
shadowy than usual.
But our non-dark vision friends can still see.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So you arrive at the location that's given on the map to find yourself in the area known as Mist Shore. It's a rundown neighborhood in the dock ward that smells of fish and scorched timber. Amon, you know that a little over a year ago, a fire swept through the area, leaving most of the buildings as nothing more than burnt-out shells with perhaps old sails for roofs. The area has fishing poles and nets lining the docks, and the water is about 15 foot deep here. It is a rough collection of shanty houses and old ships that have been run aground.
Yep. I used to Do some heavy drinking down here at Miss Shore in my early 20s. It's been a long time since I've hung out on Docksworth like that. It's amazing how things have changed in some ways, but not in others. I'm just, regaling the party with
Yeah,
tales.
we're listening to you. It's all good. We're role playing.
Yeah, I don't actually have any.
I didn't think it took needed a response.
So, yeah. We
Right,
proceed
so
on, right?
There was an X on the.
Yep.
Yeah, can we use the map to navigate to
Yep.
where we think
I'm getting that right now. Just making sure that the gridding is the right size and everything like that.
Maybe something else is going on because all the maps I just put down.
What was that?
But just some of the maps have disappeared. It says the module's not loaded. I guess you've closed maps down or something.
Possibly, yeah.
What?
So as you can see, you've got some very rough-looking buildings as well as some boats in the area. You are free to move about as you wish.
Oh. Can you share that little map you found again?
Oh. That. Second.
I thought I popped out. I think. All right, cool. Yep. Well, guess we'll head this way. I'll head this way. Just looking around, seeing if I can find anyone. Anyone sitting on their porch or just hanging out. Maybe some people fishing on docks or anything.
All right. You do notice there seems to be some activity coming from this direction over here.
Okay, let's wander down that way, I guess.
Just so you're aware, I can't. I don't have control over Steely Dan, so
You should.
I can't click on him. I can't grab him.
Hold on. Let me re-add him. Try it now.
All right, yeah, now I can move him.
Okay.
There used to be a tavern right here called the Rusty Hook. Oh, I could tell you some tales.
Well, as you get up to the old Rusty Hook, several thugs standing on the deck of the ship that you are looking at says, "Hey, what are you doing around here? You ain't
just reliving some old days and looking for an old friend. How are you boys doing?
Well, we'll be doing a lot better once you pay your taxes."
Oh, of course. What's the fee today? Is it a silver?
I'm trying to wink at my party.
Whatever you're carrying.
Look, my hands are empty.
Well, nothing for me then. Thank you, good man.
No. Drop it all. Armor, weapons, coin purse. On the ground.
Fireballs? You said drop a fireball?
He's on.
Giant breath coming.
He's in a ship.
Yeah, so give me just...
Sure that you wouldn't rob a man of the cloth of a clergyman of Helm, good sir.
You scallywags.
So you see about 20 of these guys stick their heads over the edges of the boat, and it's like, what's it gonna be?
I won't be robbed by some riffraff who lives in the dockboard, that's for sure.
It's gonna be you mind your own business and then live another day.
Roll me an intimidation check.
Oh yeah, there I go. I'm intimidation. Never know.
I'm gonna do this so that you guys can see the layout of the area a little better. Okay. Looks like you guys can handle yourselves. We'll let the taxes go today. But if you need a little help out here, you could hire a few of us if you need.
Happy to throw you some work and a few coin. We're
Great
looking
appreciation.
for an old friend of mine by the name of Grinda. Is that her name? What's her name? I
Ah,
think it's Grinda.
old Garlock.
Yeah, where might I find her? I heard that she's been holed up down here in Miss Shore these days.
She's over behind the boat. As he points back to a building behind where they're at. But I'd be watching it. She's one that we don't like getting involved in too much.
Well, I've got 10 gold pieces, so I'll go ahead and toss them up a couple.
You see him disappear rather quickly, and you hear a bit of a scuffle breaking out as to who gets the gold.
All right, I'll move up next to where Keith is.
Which way did they say?
It's back over this way.
Oh, I see it on the map. You're digging, okay.
All right, I'm gonna follow along. I'll bring up my defender in a minute. He's with me. Oh, you already did?
Yeah, I grabbed him. All right, so as you get closer, you realize there is a door located down here near the dock. On that side is the entrance to the building.
Just want to knock on the door?
I don't see myself. Oh, there. Sorry. Yeah, let's knock on the door. Knock.
All right, you knock on the door, and a rather tottering old woman creaks it open. Yes, dearies.
Yeah, all right. We're looking for Grinda, Miss
Well,
Garloth.
you found her. What can I do for you?
Well, we sort of came across a small construct. As you can see, as my friend here is a construct too, and he happened to have your location on it and your name, so we thought we'd come check out, see how everything's going on.
Oh, really? Where? Make me a persuasion or deception check, whichever one's better for you.
Oh, they're going to be the same for me.
Okay.
That's why I need my charismatic casters to come up and start doing the talking. Blar.
That's not.
Oh, it's almost a 17.
All right.
I'll show her the map.
Look, we found this on his possession. And he,
She looks at it and
Believe
says, "Oh, well, I don't know anything about this construct."
apparently
you
he was
found
looking
it-
for you,
where-
had visited you, and he's responsible for several deaths in Trosco Alley.
Oh,
Maybe
dear.
you were his next target. I don't know.
That would be
Do you have any-
horrible, dears.
So we've just come here, trying to find out.
You said you dealt with it, right?
What's that?
You said you dealt with it?
Well, we dealt with it,
Didn't you show it
but we
pieces?
haven't dealt with maybe who sent it. So we're trying to, we're here doing a, I guess, welfare check and see what's going on, what you might happen to know about it. Have you made any unfriends? I guess would call them recently.
Oh.
Any?
I wouldn't say I've made any more than usual recently. I'm
Are you sure you haven't seen this thing? I'll describe it. Do you have any pieces of it, Tony?
Yeah, I got some pieces of anything.
Yeah, show her like its face and shit.
I may have seen something like that wandering around here, yes. I tend to be rather busy with my alchemy and my research here and that, so
What kind of research do you do?
well, I dabble in some alchemy.
You cooking meth in here? This a meth
Alchemy's, alchemy's good.
Meth? What is this meth?
Skooma.
Say she's
Ma.
down here in the slum,
Uh,
in the dark.
Sounds like something the Shogun would trade in.
The alchemy lab sounds sketchy to me.
But no, we're trying to sit there. So maybe they sent this thing after you. Maybe they didn't. But for whatever reason, it had your location, a map on it.
Ah,
Right?
well,
And
I'd
it
invite
was
you in.
rather.
I'd invite you in to look around, but there's really not much here. And there's not much space. I mean, Keith, you can see. You can open the door and turn it on the map. You can see that it's a fairly small, about 10 by 20 foot room there with her bed and some other stuff just right at the doorway.
Very spacious for a gnome and a fairy.
Yes, but that's probably, with her being in there as well, that's probably about all that will fit comfortably.
Well, the other thing is you haven't come across any strange items from anyone recently, have you?
Strange items? Well, I mean, with playing with alchemy and exploring the deeps here in the harbor, I could imagine that there's many strange things that one would come across. You might have to be a bit more specific.
Well, unfortunately, I haven't had anything else, but I do know that this, what they call a Nimblewright, was after somebody. He ended up killing some people, and well, it's just a sort of a long story. But I think they had something that maybe it came into your possession, and that's why the Nimblewright has your name on it. So I would know what it is. I know it's a small item that can be easily held in a pocket. That's all I can see as this Nimblewright had cast a fireball and stuff up in there. Maybe you heard about it. It's up in the Trosco Alley in the middle of the street. Killed a whole bunch of people.
I do recall hearing about that, dear. Horrible business it was.
So we think that this Nimblewright might have been after something, and then somebody else had it and disappeared, and we weren't able to follow them. And, of course, the guards showed up, and it's sort of a long story. But
So
if
you think that
you
I
happen to
might
acquire this,
you think I might have had this thing that they were after?
I don't know, because I don't know what happens, and but that's what the Nimblewright was after. And if you somehow found that, or someone traded it for some of your alchemy potions and stuff that you make, well, then maybe you currently have it and aren't aware of it, and the Nimblewright was after not you but it. I'm just brainstorming here why your name is on this assassin's robot assassin, whatever you want to call it, the construct assassin why he had your name on it. So I'm just
That's
trying to
clearly
put the puzzles together.
it's clearly an X on the map. X's are not good.
Oh, well, I mean, this is highly odd. I don't know for sure what you guys might be thinking. You wouldn't be thinking that little old me is up to no good, would you?
Oh no, we're not accusing you of anything like that. I mean, because if for instance, if someone were to steal one of my daggers and then trade it to you for one of your legitimately created potions, you would have no idea that it was there. You wouldn't be in the wrong.
Have you lost a dagger, Thorn? Thorn?
No, I haven't lost a dagger.
Oh, what is this? What is? Do you need a dagger? I've got an extra one I can give you.
No, I'm just saying, using parabole, basically, if someone were to have an item and then use it and trade it in, she could have innocently acquired it without even knowing that it was ill-gotten.
Blair and
So
Faywinter, do you want to go ahead and roll that check I sent you?
Oh, right.
All right. So, aside from Keith and Faywinter, the rest of you all realize she knows more about what's going on than she's actually letting. You got a feeling she knows exactly. She's seen the Nimblewright before. She knows what it was here for, and she's just trying to hogwash you guys into leaving her alone.
Give it up, Grid. I saw the recognition on your face when you saw the Nimblewright. Tell us what you know.
I'm supposed to know something? I don't know nothing. I got nothing here. You want to come look? Fine, come in and look. As she steps aside.
Okay. Go ahead. I ushered a Torn.
Well, I don't know
She knows
exactly what
something. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I got the feeling too that she knows more than she wants there. So
We should just maybe call for the guard and hold her here until they arrive. I'll say that out loud.
yeah, the City Watch.
Yes, my good friend Captain Eagle.
Yeah, maybe the fact that I don't know, maybe this is where the Nimblewright has been staying. I don't know. Someone has
13
befriended it,
dead. You would be responsible, Grinda.
or at least
Well,
successor.
she's stepped aside and is letting you guys come in if you want to search.
All right, I will. I guess is that investigation.
Yep.
I'll guidance. Ask for Helm's guidance unless you can add a D for it.
Okay.
Oh man, there's those good rolls. Back with us again. Now that
So 13, not bad. You perform a quick cursory sweep. You realize that there's not really many places here in this room that she could be hiding something. There is a door. There is a door right there that leads into another area. I mean, otherwise it is a small desk, a bed, stove, coat rack, and a locked chest in the room.
well, since we're looking for a small item, and I don't know. Do you want to open that chest up for us? What's in the chest?
Nothing. Just a key to my family's estates and the mausoleum in the city of the dead.
Why would you need for a mausoleum from your family?
Yes.
How often do you visit them?
Oh, I try and visit them at least once every couple of 10 days. Last of my line, you know.
No, I didn't know that.
Yep, once I'm gone, they'll probably fall into disrepair, and then they'll stuff somebody else's body in the hole.
Oh, that would be unfortunate. But, you know, there's plenty of openings out there.
Yeah. So she
Because
steps over
skeletons have been walking around and everything else. So I guess we can
Opens the-
check out this other room here if you don't
yeah,
mind.
she opens the door and you see her pull a key off of her neck and says, "If you want to check, go right ahead," and tosses it to you, steps into the other room.
So if we don't find anything, I'm going to say it off
What's
to the
this
side.
big thing that looks like a spider?
So you recognize that as a apparatus of Kalawash. It is a vehicle used for moving about underwater.
Oh, that's an interesting vehicle that you have there.
Ah, yes. Well, sometimes I need special reagents, and sometimes I just like going a little treasure hunting down in the depths here of the harbor.
That's interesting.
She seems like a fine person.
But it would be helpful, because things are happening and fireballs and people are getting killed. If you'd really just tell us what you know is going on, because your name's on the map and the Nimblewright, and not every day someone has such a unique contraption as this construct of Kalawash for going underwater and stuff. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even mind studying it to build my own someday.
Well,
And just a piece of friendly advice, just so you're aware, there's a young bronze dragon that's moved into the area there, so I wouldn't show up without its permission. You might actually, that thing's probably pretty watertight, but I don't think it would stand in a dragon attack if you got too close to its horde. So that's just my friendly advice to you, because I am looking out for your best interest. If only you would sort of help us with what we're trying to solve.
You haven't really described what you're trying to solve.
Well, we're trying to solve why the Nimblewright was out and what it was looking for, or who it was looking for.
Who sent it?
But that's what we're trying to get.
About
It seems
this
like you're
moment,
more aware of it than
you
I would have
see
thought.
several folks come walking down the docks towards Grinda's house, and a marrow pops its head up out of the water at the end of the dock. One of the men hollers out, "Grinda, the guild knows you have the stone. You are only supposed to hold on to it for a little while. Your keeping it will only lead to trouble. Give it back, and we'll leave you alone."
We're here to protect this lady. Please just leave her alone.
Well, I guess I'll have to deal with you as well.
Order of the Helm's Temple, I demand you to stand down. This lady is under our protection. Step up.
I don't think so.
Don't think they care.
Yeah, pretty much. So if you want to go ahead and roll initiative, we'll probably jump into combat at the beginning of next session.